Hi everyone, this is Mahesh and welcome to my YouTube channel MITech. And in this lecture, I would like to explain the difference between the jet condenser and the surface condenser. In the previous lecture, I have explained what is meant by condenser and the types of the condenser, that is jet condenser and the surface condenser. I have explained with the help of the diagram what is meant by jet condenser and what is meant by surface condenser and how they are working. In today's lecture, I would like to explain the difference between the jet condenser and the surface condenser with the help of the diagram. Okay, then it will be easy to understand and easy to remember. For this, the first point, in the jet condenser, the water and the steam are in direct contact. What they are saying means, in this jet condenser, both the water and the steam both are in the direct contact, and in the surface condenser, what is the water, that is cooling water we are sending, that cooling water is in not direct contact with the steam, what is the steam that is coming. Okay, see with the help of the diagram, see this is jet condenser. This is a jet condenser. In this, see the cooling water which are spraying, that cooling water and the exhaust steam or the steam that is coming, both are in direct contact in a chamber. Here these two are in the direct contact. Okay, here the spray of that exhaust steam is coming and the spray of this cooling water, both are coming in contact. Then the heat transfer takes place. This is called as a direct contact type. Next one, the second first point in that surface condenser is, in this water and the steam are in not direct contact. Here see the cooling water will be circulated in the tubes. Okay, the cooling water will be circulated in the tubes and the exhaust steam is coming from here. They both are in contact. That means the tube and the exhaust steam are in contact, but the water, that is the water inside the tube, are in not direct contact with the exhaust steam. That is the first. Next, second point, in this, the less quantity of cooling water is required. Why? Because just we are spraying some water, that is cooling water. Again, the water will be fall in the due to the gravity, fall in the downward direction. Therefore, here the less quantity of cooling water is required in case of the jet condenser. Here large quantity of cooling water is required. Why large quantity of cooling water is required? Why? Because we have to send the water in the tubes. The water should be circulated in the tubes. But here just we have to spray the water. Okay, but here we have to circulate the water in some n number of tubes in surface condenser. That's why the large quantity of cooling water is required in case of the surface condenser. Here low vacuum is created, or low vacuum will be maintained in the jet condenser and the high vacuum will be maintained in the surface condenser. Next one, the condensate cannot be reused as feed water. What they are saying, whatever the condensate means what? After the condensation, whatever the liquid that is coming is known as condensate. This condensate cannot be reused as feed water. Why it is cannot be reused as feed water? Why? Because here it is mixing with that is the cooling water and the steam, that whatever the steam is going to condense, the both are mixed in the single chamber. That's why this condensate cannot be reused as feed water. Why? Because there may be some foreign particle will be present in this one, that is not completely pure, it may be dilute. Next one is, condensate can be reused as hot feed water. That means here condensate we can use as a hot feed water. Why? Because here the cooling water is not in direct contact with the steam. Therefore there is no impurities will be formed and there is no possibility of forming the impurities. Why? Because these two are not in the direct contact in case of the surface condenser. Now this is simple design. Okay, simple design and the less maintenance cost is required. See, only one chamber is required. In that we have to send the cooling water and from the top then one exhaust stream will come and that will be collected here. Okay, this is condensate consisting of cooling water and the condensate stream. This is a simple design, that is it is simple design, and to maintain this one less cost is required, that is less maintenance cost is required. Whereas for the surface condenser it is some complicated design and required some high maintenance cost. Why? Because we have to design and we have to send the cooling water through these tubes. Okay, again what the cooling water is coming out, we have to send this cooling water to the cooling tower. Again from the cooling tower the water should be circulated back to the cooling water. Again it has to send like this, the design. Okay, this is somewhat complicated compared to the jet condenser. Next one is, it occupies less space, that is jet condenser occupies a less space. Why? Because it is simple design and the maintenance cost is low and it is very simple and it occupies a small amount of space and compared to this one, it occupies the more space. Why? Because some complicated design is there, some n number of tubes we have to use in this one. That's why it occupies some more space. This suitable for small plants. Okay, whatever the jet condenser we are using, that is suitable for small plants, and this suitable for the large plant, that is jet condenser. Sorry, surface condenser. And here the more power is required for air pump. Here the less power is required for the air pump. Okay, in the previous lecture, okay, that is the elements of condenser, the elements of condenser or condensing plant. In that lecture I have explained what is meant by air pump and what is meant by water pump. The air pump is, it is placed in a condenser to extract the air, that is after condensation some particles, some air will be remained, that is non-condensed gas will be there or air will be there, that will be removed with the help of the air pump. Here the more power is required for air pump in case of the jet condenser, and the less power is required for air pump in case of the surface condenser. And again there is a water pump. There are two pumps are there in this condensing plant. One is air pump, another one is water pump. The air pump purpose is to extract the air, to extract the non-condensed, that is non-condensed any air particle will be there, that will be extracted through with the help of the air pump from the condenser plant. Now here the less power is required for water pump, means here water pump purpose is to extract the, that is to extract the condensate from that condensing plant. Here the more power is required for water pump. Here the less power is required for the water pump or more power is required for the water pump. Another thing we can say this is, there is less power is required for water pump to send the cooling water. To send the cooling water some power is required, that power will be less. And here to circulate the cooling water throughout the tubes some more power is required in case of the surface condenser. This is the difference between the jet condenser and surface condenser. Okay, thank you.